Okay, Kelim, Paragud Bays, Mishnah Zion. Talking about different metals that are tame. So dinar, shenifsal. So normally you have a coin, right? So you have a coin, it's metal. Um, they don't do any avodah. There's no malacha you do with coins. So therefore, they're not makabel tumah. Right? But let's say they take the coin and it goes out of circulation, then you want to use it. So dinar shenifsal, right? Meaning they took it out of circulation. Or it became so bad that it couldn't be used. Viskinu l'tloisa b'tzavar kitana, and what they did is they used it as a coin. You know, sometimes you take old coins and you make it into a necklace. I know misakin to hang it in the neck of a katan. So then now it's being used by a human. So tame, it's tame. V'chein sela shenifsala, and a sela that's puzzle. Viskinu liyas shoikelba, and they were misakin. That meaning they fixed it that they could use it as a weight. So also tamei, because now this straight metal has a use. Ad kamati puzzle via rashai lekaima, and how puzzle does it have to get? Meaning this here it means that when they make the coin puzzle because the coin's weight decayed, so it's no longer worth its weight. So how much that does it have to go down in order for somebody to keep it? Meaning, if you let somebody keep this coin, then he could potentially use it for fraud. So how puzzle can it get? At shnei dinrim, so up until 2 dinrim. Pachas mekan, but less than that, yakut, then you have to cut it up. Meaning, you have to cut it so that it's not uh, that he can't use it even as a shekel. All right. So that's you got to make sure you get it out of circulation. Fine, that's Mishnah Zion. Mishnah Ches. An oiler is like a scissors. Bakomos and a metal pen, vamatul teles, and a plumb line. Mishkalos and weights. Bakurim and a kur is like a metal tool, right? That they stick into olives. Hakan, and a kan is a ruler. Hakana, and it's like a box. Tameim, so they're all tamei. The chol gomi klietz tameim, and all gomi klietz are tamei. All wood that's not how do you say it? Wood. What's the case again? Oh, it's just a piece of wood that's it's gonna eventually have handles on it, etc., etc. But right now it's just a plain piece of wood, right? It's tame. Chutz Michel Eshkroya, except for something from the Eshkroya tree, which is not usable until all the, what do you call it, are put on there. Meaning, the regular wood can be used. Meaning, metal kalim are not tamei until they actually have a usage. Wood kalim, um, even if they're not finished with their usage, then they're still tamei. Rabbi Yehuda says, Af groifis shel zayis, even a kli made out of olive wood, tahir, it's tahira, acha tishalek, until they cook it up. You have to cook it up to remove all the junk out of it. So, and before you do that, it's going to be tahar. Okay, let's do one more mission. That's a l'chaim for those that make l'chaim after the parak. Kelim parak Yud Gimel Mishnah Aleph, hasayif, a sword. sakin, a knife. Pigyon, a double-edged knife. Roimach is a spear. Magal yad, that's a sickle. Magal kotzir, that's the magal yad is a hand sickle. And the Rav says that you use it to break bones. Magal kotzir is to harvest. Hashchor, ashchor is scissors. Bazug shel saparim, and also a type of scissors that's for a barber. Shenechliku, that they split, meaning the scissors split into two. Harelu tamei, and they're still tamei. All right, because you can still cut with them. Like you could take a half of scissors and use it as a blade. Right, that's where you get into the whole electric shaving issue. Rabbi Yossi says hasamuch liyad tamei. Anything that's attached to a handle, then it's tamei because you could use it. Hasamuch l'roish, but samach l'roish tar. But if it's close to the top to the roish, it's tar because it's not gonna have a handle, right? So then it's tar. Mispyrus shenechlika l'shnayim. A mispyrus is also a type of scissors, right? And then it gets split. Rabbi Yehuda matamim v'chachamim matarim. Rabbi Yehuda says tamei, and the chachamim say it is tahar. Okay. We'll stop with the Mishnayos there. Let's maybe, what time is that? Okay, let's try and do a Shaarei Tshuva. What are we up to in Shaarei Tshuva? Rabban, do you have it? I think Paragimel. Paragimel.
Kufnun Tes.
Kufnun Tes. That's yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay, good. Fine. Oidesh Kitos. He's talking about different people that are not Zaycher Olam Haba. Oidesh Kitos she'ein len chelik l'olam haba. There are groups that don't have a chelik l'olam haba. V'heim kat. Oive Hashem Yisbarach, groups of people that hate Hashem. Bekata Mechablim, and those that Hamechablim Kerem I'm sorry. Bekat Hamechablim Kerem Hashem, those that destroy the vineyard of Hashem. Bekat Hanoisnim Chitosam Be'eretz Chaim, and a group of people who intimidate people. Bine anachnu matziyim in yonam, and we will explain now the Indian varayas al onsham, and the source for their punishment for all these people that do these things. Those that are enemies of Hashem are going to be lost in Olam Haba. Shenemar u'mishalim l'soinav el panav lavidoy lo ya'achil l'soinav el panav yishalim. And he pays back the enemies of his lifetime, right? And he's not going to hold off. Pirish mishalim l'soinav schar hamitzvahs. He's paying his enemies the schar of mitzvahs. Shehem oisam b'olam hazeh lavidim b'olam haba. Right? We had this concept many times. He's giving them their payment in this world so that he can exact punishment in the next world. Right, so he's repaying them during their life so that in the next world they'll get punished. Right? For the Rishayim are going to be lost, and the Ayvam Hashem Kikar Karim Kalu V'Ashan Kalu. Hizkir al Rishayim Lashon Aveda. He mentions on the Rishayim a Lashon of an Aveda. Ki Yeyomer al Tzar V'Agolas, because they're going to say, that's what they say about the Tsar and Golas. Ki Yishenemer Ha'Oivdim Be'eretz Ashur Tzayin Oivdoi Tzayu Ami Te'isi Keseh Oived V'yomer al hamaves k'inyan shenamar ozav vadati va'anyi ba'avdan moladati v'vadati es hanefesh hahi. These are all lashons of Aveda, the shyness of Aveda. In Yonah he kares min ha'olam hazeh, that's talking about being cut off from this world. Kirasham ya'anshu b'tzares v'yisurin ibamaves, because they're going to get punished with tzares, yisurin, maves v'chein ya'anshu b'mishpat al maseyim ba'olam haba l'ketzu zman. And they're going to get punished with the judgment on their masayim and olam haba at the end. So here they're getting both. Right? They're going to get punished in this world. They're going to be punished in the next world. Aval oivei Hashem himshel lechel behaksavim v'shomnam shu nitach be'esh v'kala ba'ashan. Says, but when the pasuk says that he's comparing the enemies of Hashem to fat sheep, right? Because they get nitach be'esh, they get melted in the fire, and they get used up in the sun. He didn't compare it to the basar of the karim, right? Because that becomes ashes, but the ashes are still there, right? But he wants to say that they're gonna get totally obliterated. Just like the fats just get totally consumed with the sun, so too the enemies, that the neshama is going to be lost from the world. Okay, it's a long one, we're just going to finish it. And it also says, the way the others hate me. Then he's going to do chesed for them for 2,000 years. Those that do a mitzvah, it says 1,000. Right, it says that Hashem is gonna count or look into all the averos of the Abbas. It says l'sainai. Because some chatayim go on the person themselves and not on his kids. But people that hate Hashem, they go on all sorts of all the generations. Okay. Bottom line is, don't be an oive Hashem. Don't be against Hashem. That's the main thing. Okay.
If you're saying 6